Hi, Taryn.
Hi.
It's nice to see you.
Good to see you.
Thank you for coming in today.
Thanks for getting me on so quickly.
Sure. Well, this is your first time in counseling, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And as we had discussed before, this is the disclaimer stating that everything that we will discuss is going to be confidential, and this is a relationship for just the two of us to discuss any questions, concerns, thoughts, emotions you need to process. So I just wanted to make sure that you're aware and comfortable in this environment. Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay. So if I can ask, what's bringing you in here today?
Well, I have been having some issues. I guess, domestic violence issues. My partner and I, we argue a lot, and it's been a little, physical lately.
Okay.
We'll get into some physical altercations.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I'm hearing is you're just having some relationship problems with your significant other, and it's coming to the point where it's becoming physical, so it's starting to concern you, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I guess what I want to ask is if there's some scenarios you can give me of what's happened so far, how it's been physical.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't working or whatever, and then whenever I do bring home any money, my partner always really has to kind of manage all the money and everything. So it was kind of a lot of financial abuse at first, and then some psychological, playing with my emotions kind of thing, saying all these hurtful things to me, and it just got to a point where I'd blow up and he'd blow up, and then it just gets physical.
Okay, so it sounds like it's escalating kind of rather quickly lately. Mm-hmm. So it's between starting with financial confrontations, physical confrontations now, and psychological confrontations. How do you think it starts to escalate so quickly? Where do you think maybe it's the point of, simple argument versus, a physical? Is there a point you can see where it begins or triggers?
Arguments for us are really loud, and so the physical parts are when we're throwing stuff at each other, and when he'll come after me with push me and punch me and stuff like that.
Okay. And what happens after? Does he leave? Do you stay? Where does that leave you?
Most of the time, I leave.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he never left.
Yeah.
And it's just more of me leaving.
Okay, so you usually leave and he usually sticks around.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a support system? Is there somewhere you go to maybe talk to after these incidences occur? Or is there usually alone after this point?
Sometimes I can reach out to family or friends, or sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So it sounds like you have a few people you can count on for it, but it's still, still need some help. So I guess I want to go back to, your relationships, your relationship with your significant other, and how we can work on, maybe deferring to the breaking point that it seems to be getting to. So what are some things that might, bring up these emotions, these arguments to, is there an instance you can give me, a situation that's happened recently that has made you guys had to raise your voices to one another to start this?
Taking the dog for a walk, or I don't know, I'm cleaning up around the house, or fixing stuff. I don't really know.
Yeah.
I think mostly just if we ask each other to do something, it's just we don't want to do it.
Okay. Just let it be.
Yeah.
Okay. So it sounds like you guys it's not really something you can pinpoint. It's kind of situational?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And depends on maybe the mood of the day?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you ever consider, do you think, oh, I'm sorry, what's your significant other's name?
Jason.
Jason?
Mhm.
Okay. Is there any point in time where you think that yourself and Jason would maybe be able to do um, couples therapy together? Do you think that might be beneficial, or have you discussed this with him?
I'm afraid that he'll say no.
Okay.
Only because it is just something that I just don't see him liking. I mean, we never talked about it, so.
Okay. So do you think it might be just a good option to try and ask? You know, not putting any pressure, but just putting on the table that this might be something. I mean, I know that it's not an easy conversation to start or have, so maybe just to kind of feel it out and see what he responds with.
Yeah, I could try it.
Okay. Because what we really want to try to do is eliminate the point where we're getting to where it's becoming physical. And I think that's something for both of you, for both sides, to try to work on and combat together. So, in saying that, I guess, what are some things that you guys do, like maybe enjoy doing together? Are there things that you guys do that, you know, maybe relieve stress together, or do you guys spend a lot of time together as a couple?
Well, not really. I don't know, it's really hard to say. Like, if we're in a room together, we kind of just don't really talk.
Okay.
But if we do stuff, it's maybe going out to eat.
Okay.
That's less of a hassle. It's less of a fight.
Okay. So it's just
Yeah.
something you guys enjoy doing together.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys like have any other things that you might do on a day off together, or it's just really?
I like watching movies.
Yeah, you guys
Mhm.
like to go to movies together.
Less talking for us.
Yeah,
Better.
that's okay. That's understandable.
Mm-hmm.
Is this relationship something that you want to continue to work on? Because what I'm hearing is that it sounds like you're kind of hesitant, and
Yeah.
it seems like, you know, the time you guys do spend together seems like it might be difficult sometimes.
I think for the most part we want to work it out. It's all we really know, so
Yeah.
you know.
Have you guys ever discussed the possibility of maybe taking some time apart to kind of figure out who you are, or is that something that you just don't think is an option?
I guess it's always a possibility. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that.
Okay. Well, I guess what I would like for you to do, you know, leaving the session is just kind of consider what you might find best for yourself. Maybe, you know, just opening up your options, because, you know, you have the option of, you know, working on this relationship. You have the option of maybe taking some time to think about it for yourself, and maybe there's things that you can think about that you guys can maybe do together and collaborate and enjoy together. And there's also the option of possibly joining together for couples therapy in the future, so to maybe find the time to sit down and discuss that with him and express your concerns, because the physical aspect is, you know, it can only escalate, and you don't, you know, there's a point where danger could be ahead right now. Is there any thoughts or questions you have in saying that?
It does kind of alarm me a little bit. That it could turn out to be like a dangerous situation. Yeah, it's kind of hard to think about.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you for coming in and speaking with me, and I look forward to seeing you next time and seeing if there's any, you know, advances in your relationship and what we can do next to build you up and work on that together, okay?
Sounds good.
Okay, thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
All right, have a good day.
You too.